This morning we're doing pause snatches, EMOM 10 minutes at 75%. Pause snatches, personally for me, are like one of the best ways in breaking down the snatch, but also kind of building technique and building power. I'm not like an Olympic lifting coach, but just this is what I found personally. Pause snatch, right? What I mean by this is when I set up in a good snatch position, first part of the move, pushing with the legs away from the floor. Right, that's it. You see how my back stays like level? It'll be fine. See how my back stays level? I'm here, right? I'm from here to here. That's it. Pushing away from the floor with the legs. This is where a lot of CrossFitters go wrong. They do this before they then try and yank it. Typical CrossFit snatch. You may be more powerful in that position, but over time you're gonna reach a limit. Like if you continue with that movement, you've got to build strength in different positions. When we went to the Klokovs seminar, he was like, building isometric strength is super important. So being able to hold positions. Yeah, what we're doing, chest up, strong position, legs, drive. Then, after we've paused for a second, we're going from here, continue that drive with the legs. Think about leaning back, like you're going to do a backflip. From here, you're continuing that same move, but then thinking about leaning back, extending, popping. Okay? It also gets you confident at pulling a heavy weight off the floor and pausing. Also gets you confident in that second pull and being explosive in that second pull. This was really interesting for me when we're at Body Power with Klokov. He said what he hates seeing CrossFitters do is this. What's wrong with this? It's a hang snatch. One, the way that the bar is picked up off the floor. I see it numerous times in CrossFit Box, the way that people just will literally walk up to the bar, they'll be told they're going to be doing hang snatches, and literally they'll just kind of pick up the bar however they want to. Obviously not a good movement pattern. It was funny when Klokov was doing his seminar, he was like, look, typical CrossFitter, pick up the bar. Every time you pick up the bar off the floor, you've got a chance to drill your technique, you've got a chance to drill your movement pattern. And if you're in a WOD or if you're in a class, why don't you do it? Granted, in a competition, it may be a little bit different if you want to do it at real top speed and you're full on maxing out. And two, then the speed that the athlete then performs the hang snatch at, usually kind of without a care in the world, they'll just go down and just try and hang snatch it any way possible. Not focusing on actually breaking down the movement, maybe pausing above the knee or below the knee in the hang to get that strength and change of direction and breaking down the positions. But just something to think about next time you go into a class and you got hang snatches, either swap it out for pause that I'm demonstrating in the video, or make sure that you're really getting in that good strong position and you're not rushing it. You probably look at it and you'd be like, there's nothing really wrong there, but he was like, when you're doing heavy snatches, you want to drill the movement from the floor up. And he says, if you come down, you're going to be in a completely different position, completely different stimulus to if you just drove off the floor into that hang position, either below the knee, high hang, or above the knee. It's just something that we do. You see it in all the classes, you see it all over the place. It's not like a bad thing. If you do hang snatches, you stand up with it first, but just if you want to build that power and that positional strength, maybe in the future if you're doing hang snatches, start from the floor, find to where the hang is, and then go. It's kind of like a pause snatch, paused hang, however you want to call it. Just another quick piece of information here over the vlog, cutting in for a commentary. I hope you are enjoying this kind of informational vlog. If you are, smash that like button. But a lot of times when I see people do hang snatches in a class, they always seem to rush it. It always seems to be within a WOD. And if you're doing strength, again, people don't take that time. Now, if you do it too fast, what can it cause? One of the most common things I see within a CrossFit box is the bar leaving the thighs either too early. So you're kind of getting a rounding effect. You'll all know that person in the gym. You'll see them in the corner when they do hang snatches. Instead of them fully extending once they've gone down into the hang, the bar will literally just leave their thigh wherever it is, and they'll end up just rounding it. So the bar will come away from them, obviously not drilling the right movement pattern. And two, also just as common, is you'll see kind of the shoulders round, the lower back might give in a little bit. You'll fall out of position. And this is completely opposite to what
you want to achieve from doing the hang snatch. And also, if you lose position, it makes you usually come onto your toes. Never a good place to be when doing hang snatches. Puts you off balance. More than likely it will make you rush getting under the bar and you'll end up chasing it. By no means am I saying that hang snatches are bad in this video. Very CrossFit specific. We do a lot of them, say like 50 hang snatches for time in a workout or something like that. You know, if we're looking at sport specific, the hang snatch for us, we have to learn to rep through it pretty quick, but just too many times more than not, especially as kind of in CrossFit, you know, we aren't sole weightlifters. And by that I mean we're not going in every single day and drilling our technique and drilling our positional strength in the clean and jerk and the snatch. We also have everything else that's going on around it. So we have to really look at utilizing our time when we're in the gym. And from an outsider's perspective, like Klokovs, when he was saying it, he said there's nothing bad with repping through hang snatches, but if you want to utilize your time within the gym and with the hours that you have, maybe build the pattern from the floor upwards. Build that strength from the floor upwards, the positional strength, because that then will just carry over into the hang snatches. Neurologically, you're going to program a good movement, a good explosive movement, so that when you do add hang snatches back into your program, or you have to do them at speed, you're going to be more efficient at them, you're going to be positionally stronger, and the main thing is you're just going to move better.
Also, the paused makes you build that explosive power. Yeah, your muscles are engaged, but they don't go on a stretch reflex. You're literally pausing, loading the muscles, and then using the explosion. Whereas if you go with a hang snatch, you come down, you'll instantly load the hamstrings, you'll get that reflex in the glutes, and you'll come straight back up. Just a way to think about it. Snatch secret. Soon we're going to snatch 130, Jazz, right? Yeah. High five. Just take that into your training. Take that tip into your training. But for me today, that session there, really nice. Like, it felt good, and I feel powerful, and I feel like I'm building positional strength. Just a thing. I mean, I'm no expert, so you guys out there below, if you want to put it in the comments and stuff, weightlifters, I'm always down for advice and like anything that can make me hit that 130 this year.